Going here. Good evening, everyone. So blessed to be back with everybody this evening. And a little bit of a different night tonight. Obviously, usually Wednesday nights, I'm doing a game stream. But this is a special night. April 5th is a very special day for me. I'll tell you why in a second. April 5th, 1998, was the, and I'll tell you why, was the day that I gave my life to Christ. 25 years ago. So, that's why tonight is message night. Tomorrow's game stream. And then obviously Friday night's going to be Good Friday because I'm going to be in bed early Saturday night because I've got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning on Sunday for sunrise service. Now, to let everybody know in advance, I am a very proppy pastor. I do use a lot of props. I'm not afraid to say that. But, yep. So, one thing I always say at the beginning of all this, and we sleeping on the job. You come here. Yeah. My favorite bear from the 1980s. You stop being shy. Just like he has his story, or I should say stories, I have mine. And this is mine. My story. And this is my story. I was born in Pennsylvania. My father going to college to become a pastor. My mother was in school. Same school for child education at the time. And obviously that means I'm growing up in the whole church environment from day one of my birth. Time progressed and we moved up to New England. Where obviously I currently reside because this is where God's called me. And so growing up in New England, obviously with a father who was a pastor, that means in church every Sunday. Continuously. And so, and I spent time, obviously, but I got to a point where the churches, I know back in the 80s and 90s, were very religious. And I never really sunk into them. It was kind of almost like an inner clique thing. And I got to a point where it's like, you know what, I feel this way. You guys have your service. And I was stubborn. I'll be real and say it. I was stubborn. I commune with myself in the back. Want nothing to do with it. I do the cutesy kid stuff here and there because that's basically what I did growing up in church. So time progressed. Got older. I still went to church on Sunday. Wound up in a little town known as Northbrook, Maine. And from there, my mother and father ran a hard time in separating. Now, still being the person that I was, it was kind of embedded in me. I still went to church every single Sunday. So I got plugged in with a little church in Northbrook, Maine, known as Bethel Christian Church. And I'll tell you this much. What a wonderful environment. Very nice people. Very welcoming environment. And to this day, it's kind of like their core value of loving on people. And I'm so thankful for that. So as time progressed, and I was attending, I was actually helping out during the experiences. 1998 rolls around. Being the helper that I was in the back of the church at the time. And Pastor Robert Cole Sr., lead pastor, gave an altar call. I know I get emotional at this point. And to anybody who's ever read the Bible, Revelation 3, chapter 20, he says, "Behold, I sit at the door and knock. If any man hears my voice and opens the door, I will sup with him and he with me." That one Sunday, that one Sunday, 25 years ago, was an absolute pivotal moment of my sorry. It was an absolute pivotal moment. I know, I'm trying to keep myself emotionally together. Was an absolute pivotal moment in my life. I know I'm getting emotional and I apologize. But it's hard. It's hard. It's so hard to do. I know I get emotional every year sharing my story. And when you hear Jesus knocking on your heart, and you hear it so loud, you notice it. And you can hear it like somebody actually knocking on a door. I can tell you this much. And I can be real. I was a stubborn person that never said that said that I'd never give my life to Christ. But that all changed in 1998. Pastor gave an altar call. I heard that knocking on my heart so loud, you could hear it clear as day. I mean, when it is that loud, you can hear it. voices, in and still a small voice, says it's time. You've been avoiding me so long. You've been coming to church for almost 18 and a half years. You've been here on earth. It is time. That day, sorry, that day, from the back of the church, walking to that altar, tears pouring down my face. I gave my life to Jesus Christ. Like I said, never, honestly speaking, never thought that I'd actually do it. But I did. Got baptized. On April 5th, 1998. In 25 years. I celebrate this my second birthday. Every single year. Literally, the best decision of my life ever. I can say I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life. This is at the top of the list of the greatest, of the best decisions I ever made. Now, a few years after I gave my life to Christ, this is the second part of the story. A few years after I gave my life to Christ, got plugged in the Bible, reading it, growing and maturing my faith. I'm at an online game site one night. With an open public chat, like right here at Twitch. And it was late. I got out of work and I was just fried. I said, well, I'll get a few quick games of solitaire and call it a night. Playing solitaire on one site, on with the public chat, and so we got talking. Yeah, people were talking. I just wanted to get through my games and be done. About halfway through the second, and there was a person that came in the chat, and wanted the room's opinion on a very difficult subject that to talk about. And that was, the person wanted the room's, everybody's opinion on pornography. And I guess when this person wanted everybody's opinion, the person wouldn't admit everybody, because I didn't give an answer. I just completely blew off the conversation altogether. And the person called me up. And so I kind of rolled my eyes and said, okay, just throw a quick second half answer in there finish up your games, and call it a night. God opened the door for what I thought would be a second half answer, turning a 15-minute sermon on the dangers of pornography. Right there in that chat room. "21 years later, and 8 years ago, 21 years later, here I am, sharing my heart to the men and women out there. 8 years ago, I became a fully ordained minister for the state of New Hampshire, for Seacoast, New Hampshire, and Southern Maine. I'm not afraid to say that. And like I said, the best decision I ever made, period. And all praise and glory goes to God. To everybody who joined me here at Twitch tonight, thank you. Thank you for coming out, allowing me to just share my heart to everybody out there. And it's like I always say, whether you're catching the message here on Twitch, or you're catching the VOD on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, chat's right next to me here in Twitch. If you're catching this on the VOD on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, chat's right below me. Comment section right below me. Here's the thing. April 5th, April 5th, 1998. Started a new chapter in my life. And this is why I share my story. April 5th, 2023 can be the start of your story. If you're here at Twitch, jump in the chat. If you're catching the VOD on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or comment section's right below me. So jump in either the chat or the comment section. Type in and give my life. I'm just gonna do it this way. Type in and give my life to Jesus Christ. Then get yourself plugged in the Great Bible Living Church. And there are multiple out there. Like Pastor Craig Rochelle's church, Life Church. For location and times of Life Church, you can check out life.church. And my home church, Bethel Christian Church along Main Street, Northbrook, Maine. An old school style traditional church, Sunday school at 9 a.m., Sunday morning experience at 10:15 a.m. They're currently in the direction of Pastor Robert Cole Jr. Pastor Robert Cole Sr., who led me to the Lord, is physically with the Lord. He has passed on and gone to be with the Lord. Excuse me half a second. Yes, I gotta say, I thank everybody for your time. God bless you. Jesus loves 92. Tomorrow night, game night. And since today, Super Mario Brothers movie opened, you know what? I'm going to throw it back to the classic. I'm going to play Super Mario Brothers. The first one. The original. The OG. Friday night is Good Friday message. There will not be a Saturday this week because usually when I go live, I'm planning on being in bed. Because I've got to be up Sunday morning for Sunday service at 6 a.m. I've got to be up at 4. Yeah. So, let me see here. I gotta switch screens here for half a second. Sorry if I look like I'm leaned over. Let us find somebody to send the love to. Tonight. Let's see who is live. Let's see here. Who do we want to say hi now to tonight? Uh, hmm. You know what? This guy was absolutely hysterical. At TRG Coliseum. So, sorry about that. We are going to raid Mr. Tom Hawks. And as for me, I got to wrap up and head out. I love you all. Take care. God bless you all. Jesus loves you 92. Have an awesome evening. Good night and God bless. Take care.